Hey everybody! So episode 9 of Teen Wolf season 4 aired this week and it was insane. We now know who the benefactor is and it was pretty shocking. But let's start off with how this episode started, which was very exciting. Deputy Parrish, of course, everybody knows he was a target and he's on the Deadpool. Another deputy got the list and tried to burn him alive in his squad car. And of course, this was my theory, and I know Jeff Davis has not announced it yet, and he won't let us know. Ryan Kelly, that plays Jordan Parrish, doesn't even know what he is. I still think he's a Phoenix. The fact that he got burned and did not, he came out unscathed, just covered in ash or whatever. I believe he's a Phoenix. I mean, if he's not, I will be completely shocked. But that was really cool. He comes into the sheriff's station, goes after the deputy that set him on fire, and just punches him until the deputy accidentally shoots Sheriff Stilinski. Now, Lydia and Stiles are there as well, talking to Sheriff Stilinski, trying to tell him that they think Lydia's grandma Lorraine was still alive and that she possibly could be helping the benefactor, or maybe is the benefactor. So that's why they are there. And basically, Lydia and Stiles are all team investigating the whole episode and stuff. Just trying to figure out who the benefactor is. There's the whole scene with Scott, Lydia, Derek, and Deputy Parrish, where they're explaining the supernatural to him and trying to figure out what he is. And it's just, there's a really funny part where he's like, are y'all all psychic like Lydia? And they all just give him a face like, dude, Lydia's not psychic. But it's such a cute little scene. And then Scott shows him his red wolf eyes or whatever. And yeah, there's that. Liam, his printer goes crazy and starts printing off the Deadpool. And Liam starts freaking out because he sees his name on there. Derek's not on there anymore. But Liam's, the price on his head has gone up to like 18 million. Then there's a whole scene where Scott tries to comfort Liam and stuff because Liam's freaking out. He sees when their coach is talking to the lacrosse team about the big bonfire before the season starts up. How he sees Liam freaking out. So Scott follows him and tries to calm him down, but not really that well, sadly. The Lydia, something that happens at Derek's loft when they're talking about Lorraine, they start talking about the benefactor and all, and we see this really cool flashback type scene with Lydia's grandmother, and we find out Lydia's grandmother had been in love with someone named Maddie, and when Lydia's grandma's powers were coming out, she predicted Maddie's death unknowingly, and so losing her set her off on this whole quest to find out what she was and how to control her powers, and that's how she found Meredith at Eichen House, and she tries to get Meredith to help and figure out things, and she ends up screwing Meredith up in the head, and Meredith almost dies or whatever. So the whole episode, we're thinking Lydia's grandma's alive and well, and that she's just hiding behind the scenes. We see the crazy bonfire. I still don't get why Beacon Hill's their mascot are the cyclones, but there's a cyclone bonfire thing going on, and that was really cool. I thought that was really neat. But basically, Scott finds Malia there getting drunk, which werewolves can't get drunk, so she's not drunk. Liam starts getting drunk while he's talking to Mason and stuff like that. And we're like, what is going on? We don't know. I'm at first I think it's a wolfsbane or something, but they're not hallucinating and all this stuff. And so then Scott figures out it's the music. There's a really high level frequency that's being played, and it's debilitating them. They can't even transform or do anything. So there's a whole part where fake law enforcement people, they come and the security whatever come and remove Scott, Malia, and Liam, and basically they try to kill all of them, but Scott had mentioned to Mason about the music was doing something to them. I don't think Mason really knows exactly what's going on. He's still kind of clueless. But he goes and pulls the plug to save him, because right at that moment, Scott's about to be set on fire. The assassins poured gasoline on them and are about to set them on fire. Right when the music is pulled, the plug is pulled, Scott's eyes turn red. Then Derek and Brayden are off to the rescue. The way they figured out what was going on, Brayden goes and like beats up that deputy that tried to kill Parrish. Brayden's awesome. Just saying, putting that out there. But yes, Derek and Brayden save Scott, Malia, and Liam. Some crazy shit went down with Lydia and Stiles. They went to see Brunsky at the Eichen house and tried to find records and figure out this list, because apparently when Lydia cracked the code that her grandma left for her, she cracked it with the name Ariel, because they used to read Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid when she was little, and she wouldn't respond to anything for Ariel for a while, and her grandma was sentimental about it and made that the cipher key. So when they open that, it's this list, and they don't know who any of these people are, but they find her grandmother's name on there, and they're like, what is this? So they go over to the Eichen house, and Brunsky is they have to bribe him to go look at the records. They get really creeped out because they see him with a mixtape, and we know what that means. When they go in the room, Brunsky does this whole, he starts explaining everything, kind of. And all the suicides that have been happening at Eichen house are not suicides. He's been killing them or whatever. Just insane, seriously. He starts trying to figure out who this Ariel is. He plays Lorraine's last moments to Lydia, and it's really hard to watch because Lydia's freaking out. Stiles is telling her not to listen. And at the end, she's like, please don't hurt Ariel. And Brunsky has been bugged by who is Ariel. But Lydia doesn't even tell him it's her. But basically, Brunsky plans to kill them. He he's trying to make it look like they broke in to steal drugs and that they shot up and overdosed or whatever. And right as he's putting a needle in Lydia's neck, Parrish shows up because he's figured it out too about Brunsky because of reading all the incident reports for the suicides and all that. And he basically shoots Brunsky before he can kill Lydia. Then Brunsky, they go up to Lydia and Stiles, go up to him, and they're saying, oh, she killed Lorraine, he killed Lorraine, he killed Meredith, he did all this stuff, he's the benefactor. And then he's like, he says right in his last breath, he was being controlled. And right then, I had a total WTF moment right then. I screamed at the TV. I did not understand, but I also did. Meredith walks out and she's like, he wasn't on the list, but he was a bad person. I'm like, what the heck? You were dead. I did not, for a while, I thought she was the benefactor. But then when she died, I was like, no, she's not. So then the whole time I was leaning towards Brunsky. And then I'm like, what? She's the benefactor. I don't know if she's in it all on her own. I still am trying to figure out if she's doing something in league with Peter somehow. I don't know. I can't get over her being the benefactor. It's insanity. It's total insanity. I cannot wait for the new episode. It's going to be just mind-blowing, I'm sure. I have some really fun news for all of you. I think y'all will enjoy this. I'm going to be going on a trip starting tomorrow, and my next 2 recap and reviews will be done with my best friend Katie guest starring. And some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I cosplay Lydia, and I'm going to be cosplaying Kira soon, but Lydia's my primary, and we're going to be doing those 2 videos in cosplay, which will be really, really fun. And I hope y'all will enjoy that. I may even do some other videos while I'm on my trip or whatever. I'm going to Dragon Con during the trip, and some exciting things are happening then. I'm going to get to see Edie Mays, Victoria Argent again, And Michael Hogan, I get to meet, who plays Gerard Argent, which is really, really exciting. It's going to be a fun trip. I can't wait to tell all of you about it. I hope y'all enjoyed this recap and review. Continue to watch, comment, and subscribe. And please comment below. Tell me, who did y'all think was the benefactor? Were y'all as shocked as I was when Meredith showed up, seeing her alive? Let me know who y'all thought it was, or just y'all's thoughts on this episode, because it was insane. I will see y'all next week. Bye.